Today we're replacing the shocks and the upper A-arm bushings on the Durango here. It's going to be two separate videos. This is part one, where I'll show you how to do the shocks. Part two, I'll be showing you how to do the A-arm bushings. For ease of showing you, and also the fact that I have to have it off to do the A-arm bushings, I'm going to take the tire off, and that will just make it easier for me to show you what I'm doing. But you can replace the shocks with just by doing it with just setting on a set of ramps. And the shocks we're doing type we're doing are from Detroit Axle, and I'm going to open the box now. So Detroit Axle provide these. These are the type. I'll show you in just a second here. Sorry about the background noise, railroad's working. So this style here, and I'll show you better here in just a second. So this part goes in the upper and then bolts on like this on the butt lower. And then it comes with some hardware, which is the hats, the bushings, and a nut that all go up here. So I'll get this thing jacked up, get the tire off, show you what we're dealing with. Okay, I wanted to show you before I took the tire off. Got jacked up. Now the jack has just enough pressure on it to hold that. I got one jack stand here, one back there on the frame. Never trust yourself to only one jack stand. But there's the bottom bolt of the shock, and there's the top bolt. So you can completely do this with the tire on. Okay, so now I've got the tire off. A little bit of pitch right here, and let's see if I can get focused here. On right here is the back side of the hole. It's not a blind hole, so I went ahead and sprayed a little bit of penetrant there. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to take that nut off and that bolt out. And I'm going to figure out how to set the camera so you can see this. Okay, so there is a fast way to do it. They make a socket that fits on the end of this nipple here. I do not have that socket, so I have to do it the old school way. Put that there. And so you can't just, because it turns. So I've got to put something on here so that I can hold that while busting the nut loose without breaking my little wrench. Always have a plan B. Again, with my cheater pipe, I have a plan C as well. See, that just turned it. There's just so much corrosion right here. And that has been my experience with all this style every time I've tried to change them. So, give me a couple minutes. Okay, so now the top's gone because this shock's been on here a long damn time. Now I've got to cut the nut off. Be sure to get safety glasses for this part. So what we got here, my die grinder. I'm going to cut off right here, like so. Because that's so loud, I'm not going to make you all listen to it. I'll show you when I bring it. I'll bring it back when it's cut off. Okay, I've got the nut cut off. That's very hot. There's that cap right there. And in fact, that's what you wanted. Now this bushing, the top is ready to go. Now we come down here for the bottom. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it's an 18 millimeter on this one. Use a 6-point if you can. Easy peasy. Now I did soak that in pretty liberally. Yes, I could have used an impact, but with that, you run the risk of tearing stuff up, breaking this bolt, and you run the risk of breaking this bolt the other way. There you go. That's how it falls out. Save this bolt and this washer. See if I can show you this shock. Yep. I don't know who designed this tripod, but they designed it wrong. All your weight is in the wrong spot. But see, I can't even push that down. I should be able to push that down. Now back to, I'll get the new one. Okay, so my mic died and I didn't realize it, so I'm learning to overdub. Here we're getting ready to go in with a new one, and I have no idea if I was talking or what. This is my first time doing an overdub, so please bear with me. Okay, now here's a new one. You're shocking your package bolts and washers, and your old bolt. So reposition it, get yourself back down there, and don't lose that package. I have no idea why I just showed the camera. Probably where I opened the package to save the bolt. Was trying to show you the nuts and washers. Okay, so you can see here, it's really easy to pull that down, and I just flipped that band off of it, and that shock will extend. So you take one of your washers, put it cup side up, and then you grab a bushing, put it on, and it'll have that little nipple there. It goes up, and you just kind of feed it up through there, like so. And this is the fun part. You got to push up on the shock, put your bolt through the shock, push up, go past the bolt, then drop back down and catch the hole as it comes back down. Then go ahead and tighten your bottom bolt up because you're pretty well done with that. You'll torque it to spec after you put weight on the vehicle. Anytime you're doing suspension work, you have to torque after you have weight on the vehicle. I went ahead and torqued it and then retorqued it later. You can see I moved it quite a bit after I stopped with the ratchet. I'm going to show you the top. Now, you're going to put the other bushing on, and then the washer, and then the nut. And they make a tool to do this. The bushing has a kind of a cup that fits in the cup of the washer. Just slide it on there, and then start your new nut. They, like I said, they always come with new parts because most of us wind up cutting those off. So the tool goes on top there and catches that little cutout area I put my wrench on. I just get them tight and then tighten them up again later. I've never had one work loose before, but I'll tighten it up 3 or 4 times just to make sure it's tight, since I don't have the proper tool to get the proper torque spec on it. And you can go quite a ways before you used to. When it starts turning, it's when you have to put your second wrench on. You're compressing those 2 bushings, and they'll meet in the middle where the little raised part is. Just keep tightening, just keep tightening. A little Finding Nemo reference for you. So you can see here, if you're watching on something where you can zoom in, where the little bushes are starting to pillow out a little bit, and then I just start tightening as much as the little wrench will let me. Alrighty, and you're done. Put the tire back on, and if you took the tire off, go test drive it. Thank you for watching.